We are live. Good morning and welcome to another episode of Money Matters. My name is Nev, and this is the news around the world when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Specifically, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. Not the only thing we're going to be talking about. There's a lot of good news and bad news. And we're going to take a look into all of that. What does it mean? If you have been paying attention to Bitcoin, you have realized that we have hit a local top yet again, and we are coming down. We are definitely trading sideways when you look at it in a slightly longer term, but this is incredibly good news for the long-term holders. And I'm going to explain exactly to you what is going on in the market, what's going on in the chart. And as you can see, we did have this beautiful triangle pattern. We broke over it. We started to trade. We started to hit a little bit of a ceiling, and we broke down. We are below 50-day moving average when we're looking at the 1-hour chart and approaching a 200 moving average, which means we could dump as low as low 18,000, so 18,300 some dollars. But of course, this is on the short-term end of things, and we're going to be taking a look at the long-term end of things of what's going on. We're also going to take a look at traditional markets. They have been doing incredibly well. We're going to take a look into the futures and what's going on, what can you expect. And I do think that we're going to see a bit of a green days ahead of us, even though it is winter approaching fast. There are news about stablecoins and potential regulations that come with it. There are also potential downside to the whole thing of why they might be doing it. What can we expect? What is the impact on the markets? There is the positive stuff, there's the negative stuff, and we're going to take a look at all of that stuff today. It is Friday, so happy Friday to you. Weekend is around the corner, and if you are too excited about the weekend, it means you might be doing something slightly wrong over the course of the week, which, if that is the case for you, I recommend starting to look for something different to do. And if you're thinking of becoming an investor, well, we do offer courses on that, and you can still get 50% off. That promotion actually ends at midnight. So today is the last day if you want to do it, and it is on onedealaway.com. I do want to welcome everybody who's watching this live right this moment. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification button, and that way you get notified every time we go through it. And if you're enjoying the show, whether new or returning, smash the like button and help me help more people out there. All right, y'all, let's do this. And good morning, happy Friday to you. All right, y'all, let's take a look at what's going on in the market. What is happening? What is happening? Where'd my money go? What's going on with my money? So, well, your money, and as you can see, we're looking right now at a 1-hour chart here in a Bitcoin. And what is happening is that we are slowly but surely approaching this particular level right over here. Let me see if I can get it. And as you can see, this level is going to be at 18,550-ish dollars, plus minus. So we are definitely approaching that. The next stop would be the 200 day moving average of about 18,300 or so. But on a short term, we are definitely moving on the downside of the whole spectrum. And as you can see, we do have a relatively speaking strong-ish support line at 18.5 or so. If we bounce back off of it, that is going to make this support level even stronger. If we break through it, perhaps the 200 moving average is going to help us in the short term. And then below that, we are looking at 17,000 something. I do think that we're going to be trading between this like low 1800s to mid 1900s before we break to the new all-time highs. Is that possible to happen in 2020? Absolutely, but it's okay if it doesn't, because 2021 does look very promising, and we do have some news. I'm not the only person saying that stuff. We have some news of individuals who are saying that, so we're going to be taking a look at all of that stuff right in the moment. So let's take a look at what's going on. Let me refresh the market. Let's see where we are. And as you can see, Bitcoin is down 2.5% over the last 24 hours. We did have a nice bump over the last 7 days of 10%, and currently standing at $18,836.87. ETH is down 3.8%, but it did pump 13.3% in 7 days, and it's currently trading at $587.40. Thank you very much. XRP is down 5.4%. It was up 12% in 7 days. Current price is 59.4 cents. LTC is also down, but it is at 85.59. So as we scroll, you will see that it's mostly a negative market. We're mostly down. We do have some very strong winners. We have Made, which seems to be new. What is that? Made Safecoin. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look it up, y'all. But it is up 27.7% over the course of 24 hours, and it did pump 79.5% in 7 days. Nexo is up 12.7. XEM is up 10.4. Luna 6. BSV 5.8, Comp 4.4. So we do have a few very strong winners. On the losing end, Ampliford is the biggest loser so far, negative 16.9% over the course of 24 hours, still up for the week. DCR is negative 14.3. Sushi is negative 11.9, but Sushi has been going on up and up and up for the past, I don't know how many days. So it kind of makes sense there. Sushi still up 35.7%. Kusama down 10.3. Wi-Fi down 9.5, but it's still up 20.7%. So as you can see, we do have some on the stronger losing end. Nothing too horrific, but it is definitely a redder kind of day, at least now in the short term. Now, let's take a look at some of the business briefs, Bitcoin briefs, money briefs, and what are people doing, what are companies doing, what is happening around the world when it comes to the cryptocurrencies, and then we're going to dive deeper into some of the stories. Well, financial news giant Real Vision converted 10% of cash holding into the Bitcoin, saying that they are investing. They invested about 3 months ago, so they're definitely up. I can tell you that much. And they invested its cash holding via crypto lending service BlockFi. So they did do some partnership with the BlockFi, if my memory serves me well. They do some videos about how you can actually make money by just holding Bitcoin and then submit it to BlockFi. If you're interested, you can definitely check it out. I have and am using BlockFi, although not for Bitcoin. I'm using it for some of the stable coins. And the reason that I'm not doing it is I don't like the fact that when you withdraw, you can't withdraw the full amount. So make sure you read their statements and what they're offering. But they are offering about 6% return on your money. And that's, of course, with Bitcoin. Ethereum has slightly different rate. I want to say USDC is about 8 or 12%, something like that. So take a look into it if that is something that you're looking into. It's kind of like a savings account for your crypto, and I kind of like that. Stripe partnering with Goldman, Citigroup, and others to offer checking accounts and services for business. So if you are a business and you're using Stripe as a payment on your website, which we are at onedealaway.com, we're definitely using Stripe. In addition to Utrust and BitPay and a few other components. So we are giving you opportunity to pay in however way you want. Heck, if you even want to send me gold bars, I'll take it. I will take it. Of course, I will have to verify that they're real because there's some fake ones out there. For merchants' ability to easily then convert not just from sorry, it looks like I am having a hard time. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. They are experiencing buffering, but the stream is, well, I don't know how to fix that. Y'all. So I got nothing. I don't know how to fix this. So my apologies for the YouTube viewers. I have no clue how to fix this. I got nothing. I am noticing that the streaming is kind of wonky. My thing shows everything is fine. YouTube says it's not, so my apologies if if I am buffering in and out, I don't know that I understand necessarily how all of this stuff works or why we're having technical difficulties, but we are. My apologies for that. Anyways, if you are a merchant, you can get into Stripe, and now you can also get a business checking account through them. Now we have very important and exciting news. Hoffhausen, a 224-year-old German bank, is starting crypto fund next year. But they are not the only ones, so stay tuned in because more crypto funds are coming and they're going to be available for just about everybody. Now, one of the interesting things is coming out of CoinOunce, but here we go. That is what he is actually saying. So I figured you might want to know that. We are seeing, of course, right over here in the article that there is a chart, and this chart very clearly showcases what's going on with the XY, with the dollar index, and you can see that we have, I mean, this is a dead cat bounce right over here, and I promise I'm not being rude. That's just the technical thing of what's happening right now. Now, of course, Citi is forecasting a 20% decline in 2021 for the greenback. So something for you to consider. And of course, many individuals who are looking at that stuff and monitoring are saying this is very concerning for you to note. This is a very, very bullish thing, not just for crypto, but for stable coins everywhere, and of course for USDC and for Circle themselves. Visa is partnering with US dollar issuer Circle Internet Financial to integrate USDC payment methods with Visa credit cards. They will allow Visa cardholders to send and receive the Ethereum-based stablecoin. And of course, you're going to be able to send it, spend it, and use it just like anywhere where Visa is accepted. Now, one of the interesting things that Visa is basically saying is that they believe that they are a network of networks, and they see stablecoins and things like Bitcoin just another network, and it makes sense for them to expand into a brand new sort of source and kind of where to go with the whole piece and be able to share. Now, one thing to also mind, while this is very, very bullish on the whole thing, right? And there is some bearish news that are happening within the stablecoin market. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger so we can all see it. And that is that there is a new draft of a law that is saying that it might be illegal to issue stablecoins without Federal Reserve's approval. Now, this was rolled out, I want to say, yesterday. Last day is yesterday. It's a proposed law that will require issuer to get prior approval for Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, other bank regulators. Any stablecoin issuer will obtain FDIC insurance or otherwise maintain reserves at the Federal Reserve to ensure that all stablecoins can be readily converted into US dollars on demand. It is a planned law that would protect consumers from the risk proposed by emerging digital payment instruments such as Facebook Libra and other stablecoin issuers offered in the market by regulating their issuance and related commercial activities. Of course, this is receiving widespread criticism, and the bill basically effectively puts private stablecoin issuers under direct supervision of the Federal Reserve. So this is an interesting thing, and I think that there is a bit of a threat potentially that the regulators are seeing. They're trying to protect the interest of the dollar, which makes sense. They're trying to protect potentially interest of the banks, which makes sense, but it's also putting Fed into a much stronger position to then really play out with this digital universe. And of course, this is creating some of the potential warning signs for stablecoins, but also for crypto as a whole. This is very important, and I think it should be paid attention. Of course, we're going to be monitoring, but like I said, we're having some good news and some bad news. Some good news is, of course, that Visa is up anyways, and they wouldn't be doing it if the chance of success are not all that good. Now, of course, this is not a law. This is just a bill that was put forth. There was